Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are and whenever you may watch this replay. My name is Sherry with Ratchet Up Yard, and today we're going to continue working on our steampunk collage. It's a little bit out of the norm for what we've been doing for the 100-day lives, and so we're going to get started on that. Also, don't forget if you're watching this on replay or even live, don't forget to like and comment below. It really helps with the algorithm. And basically, for any YouTuber, it helps them as well. Um, when you're watching their particular lives or replays, it really helps when you do that. So make sure you do that for other people as well as for yourself. And well, you can't do it for yourself, but you get my point. For me as well. But spread the love is what I was trying to say, and I'm not doing a very good job of talking today. But anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I zoomed in my camera so you can kind of see up front what we're going to do. But the so we've been working on this yesterday. There was a request from the serendipitous crafter to do a steampunk kind of collage. So that's what we're working on. Um, I've been playing around with the placement of this. I kind of like it being up a little bit, so I'm not sure what I'll do here. But and I don't like his top hat touching the top of the collage, so we will be cutting him off a little bit. So but I'm gonna go ahead and shade him as though we're going to use the whole thing, use him as the whole image, for lack of a better word there. And if you haven't caught the replay, I am using the Stamperia's Sir Vagabond. I think this is like 2020 when I got this. I don't know, but um obviously we're not going to have any patterns or anything, and this is how he's decorated. Is there a bigger picture of him? Yes. Okay, so I got my camera zoomed in really close, but anyway, this is how he looks. So he's mostly purples and teals, which I think will go well. May refer to him from time to time, just to get. I do like the colors, so I may be referring to him from time to time, just to check and see how that's going. But the color pencils that I am using are the hold on one second, are the Prismacolors, which is what I typically use. I like the way they feel. However, there's several types of Prismacolors. I tend to like the oh, where's it at? I tend to not like, let me rephrase. I tend to not like what they call the very thin. I don't like those. Those are too hard. I like the other ones. They're more softer, and they apply very well. I mean, they're creamier when you apply them. So I'm just looking at colors here and seeing which colors I may want to use. So just one second here. This is a lighter one. Oh, this one is not that. This is a Spectro Noir. So I'm not going to use that. I don't know how that got into my color pencils, but here we go. I'm looking for the purples. This might be my only purple. The other are very thin, or what they call the very thins, and I'm just not liking those. Yeah, like here's another very thin. But that's more the color. Of course, I didn't pick them out before the live because I just got up. Well, what does this one look like? That's a darker, that's like a red purple. We could probably get away with a red purple. And what is, oh, this is a lighter one. What is this? I like this one. Okay, so this is going to be for his lapel. Yep. I think that's what we're going to use for his lapels here. Now, what's interesting is this is very small. So coloring in the lines is going to be a little hard. Um, I'm just laying down flat color right now. We'll go back and do some shading here. But I just want to get my colors blocked in so we kind of know where things are. Hopefully my head won't get into the way. So, I'm not sorry, I'm just concentrating right at this moment. I think we want to do a little. Is that far enough down? No. Okay. All right. I think those are going to be the light colors right here. I think we got them all. All right. Let's see if I can find the darker purple. We'll just go with this darker one. I'm good with that. All right. Okay. So anyway, so we are coming up on our 100-day journey. We have, I think Sunday is going to be our last live. So we will have met 100 days, and it's been interesting. Um, when you think about where you've been for 100 days, and I mean what you've been doing for 100 days, in the middle of it seemed kind of long, to be quite honest. And but now that it's here, it's like it's going by fast. We're on the downward slope. Okay, so that's this purple jacket. His hat is kind of a purplish as well, just a little bit of purple, but um, and it's kind of dark at the top, so it's kind of a weird situation here on his hat. Um, but we'll just add some purple in here, and then I'll add some other colors. So for his trousers, they tend to be like a teal. So let's see what we have there. Yeah. Oh, that's a green. I'm not sure I have a teal that is sharpened. What is this color? Oh no, I keep pulling that color out. That's not. This is a lighter. That is probably. That's pretty close to his color. We'll go with this color. Now I'm just color blocking right now. I just want to get the. Well, see, and that's why I was color blocking, because totally forgot about. Oh, wrong color. Totally forgot about the inside of this. All right. So we're going to do his pants this color here. I had a little bit of that color up in his hat. And then his vest is like a cream color. Now, this is one of those very thins. I'm not a big fan of them. You can't even see that. That's a waste of my time. Okay. Then still looking for that other color. What are we doing here? What does this look like? Oh, that might be a better one for his skin tone. That looks a little bit better. And then I'm still looking for that other color, but we'll get to it in just a minute. His glasses are like really tiny. Hopefully my head doesn't get into the picture here. I want to go back with this color. I'm gonna make his color match this of his glasses match his pants. A little bit of coordination would go a long way there. And then I'm not seeing the color I want, but this might be, that's a yellow. I think we're just going to go with yellow on his vest. It's a little bit of a yellowish color, so we'll just give it a tint. And we have that brown again, so for his belt on the inside. That is not the brown I was looking for. There we are. Okay. So there's that. Now let's add in some, a little bit of, where are my black? Not seeing the black. Not very talkative this morning. Yesterday, I just would not be quiet. Today, not very talkative. Don't know what's going on there. I guess I'm just focused on coloring. Hopefully, it's like kind of a meditation. Got to do the 9 to 5 thing today. Not looking forward to it. Just saying. Very busy. Very busy. All right. Not seeing where my blacks are, so we may just use this. We're going to use this Stabilo pencil for my blacks. It's not quite what I was looking for. Not. I think I'm going to go this way with my shadows. Okay. And then where's that purple? Is this the purple? No, that's not the purple. I forget sometimes where my purples are. I guess it's this one. Oh, forgot a piece. This is going to be like the blue. Okay, and that's going to be the, I'll go in there just a little bit. And bring in this purple. Now this is where you can use multiple purples if you would like, and colors to help with those, with the shadows and the highlights. So this is where they come alive, is what I would say. Looking for a different. I know I have this color in here, but there's like a spot I just can't seem to get. There you go. All right. I am not a fan of the white colored pencils. That's usually where it's not bright enough for me. And the Stabilo is not helping. There we go. I have to really dig in there. All right, so that's going to be his hat. We have a little bit of the, I'm going to go around his ear just a little bit to make this a little darker for the contrast. And then we will look for a lighter purple. This is just a Mod Podge of colors. I don't even have like a full set here. So you just got to make do with what you have. I'm going to add this little, oh no, that pink ain't working. Okay. Is this the lighter one? Let's see. Oh, here's my white. Oh, it's very thin. Oof. Do not like the very thins. Yeah, purple must not be my thing or something. I don't have a lot of purples. All right, we're just going to use this one. We're just going to go with this one. Let's give it like a little bit of a raspberry color there. And then his mustache is a brown. And so we'll just highlight it just a little bit to show a little bit of brown on his mustache. Okay, I'm going to get this a little closer, so my apologies. All right. Make this. All right, now for the jacket. This is the color we were using? I think so. Right. Now, I don't like how this purple blends into the other purple, so we're going to go into the back here, and we're going to pop the lapel out by adding shadow underneath it with that darker purple. And so then it will make it pop just a little bit. And then where it's gathered, and then underneath the belt, we'll pull that shadow down. See, because it's getting the tie is also getting lost. So what I'm doing is I'm adding in some, if I had a darker purple, I would definitely add in a darker purple. I have this very thin. I don't know if that's, no, it's lighter. See, that's what throws me off. And this is a little bit right here. So then you see it flips right here. So you got to add a little bit of, it's so small. You got to add just a little bit of color there as well. So and then you have this dark right here. So we're just going to add that. Oops, I got the wrong one. That's what I do. I use the wrong color. No, that's the right one. Okay. This is the darker one here. All right, put that over there. Now we're going to go back in with a lighter color to see if we can get some that to pop a little bit. All right. What is this color? Okay. That is hard to see right there. That is so hard to see. Um, I am using this white Stabilo pencil and it's blending it just a little bit for me, which is fine. I needed it to be lighter. Um, Especially against that dark purple. So I'm just using this to, it's like a blending color, which I'm not going to take water to this. Otherwise, that would be a giant mess all over this little guy. Right. Now, who is my, this is my dark. All right. My black. Pop this out just a little bit. And I need like a line here. Ah, there you go. All right. I'll take care of that. And then a line right here. Is that my darker? Oh, all right. Then we're going to shade that out. But I just needed that a little line right there to really pop out the lapel. And then it looks like a little flip right there. All right. I keep testing the marker, I mean the color pencil, because it's hard to tell what color it is sometimes. And I'm just going to take this. Oh, that one. Okay. It's kind of like the wrinkles in his jacket here. I feel like the Stabilo blends better. Yeah, it does. It blends a lot better. Yeah, I like that white right there. This guy is really hard to see sometimes. All right. We're going to end up cutting him off down there, so I'm not too concerned about that. So that's half of his jacket there. So that's how he's looking. So let's see how he looks here. Like how he pops. Yeah. Okay. A little shadow under that. Now, it's really going to be dark on this side because that's a lot of overlapping that's going on down there. So we want to pop out those lapels if we can. His arm is really dark right in here because of all the lapels. And down in here, it's going to be darker. You definitely want to go back and add some of that purple in there to kind of pop it out just a little bit on the outer edge so you can kind of get a glimpse of what's going on there. I'm just using the white as a blending tool at this point, not to make highlights or anything. Okay, now for down here, get a little bit more purple going on there. And where's my black? Okay, so that's what he looks like right now. That's what we have. And then for this color here, we just need to go in like with a darker teal kind of color. Well, okay, maybe it won't be teal, but oh, this is not bad. Kind of like that color too. Yeah, okay. We'll do that one. Even though it's a very thin one. Very thin Prismacolor. This kind of gives it a little bit of a, we'll add some of that up in here. Yeah. Okay. And then definitely add it in his band. That's like, it needs to be in his band on his hat. Now, if I had some additional colors, I would typically go with like a dark green instead of a black for like a shading. Let's see if we can do some of that. So I use the dark green as kind of like the black in this case to kind of pop some of the colors. Okay. So I think he's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. So that's how he turned out. I very much want to go in there with a black Sharpie marker, but I just don't know yet. I may, I don't know. Part of me wants to go in there and shading with something. I don't know. The edge of it. I just really want him to pop a little bit more. So I think I may go, especially on this side. I don't know. I may go back in there with something else. Just haven't decided yet. And then I have, so we're not quite done. So maybe we can finish this up tomorrow. Um, Maybe we can finish this up tomorrow. If not, I'll finish him off offline, but we'll get to as far as I can go tomorrow. Um, this is definitely not one of those quick projects. So a lot of my jelly printing collages that I've done over 100 days needs a lot of shading to them, and I need to finish them up. But I don't want to. Yeah, I don't do a lot of talking when I'm shading because I'm concentrating and I'm focused, and so that's kind of what happens with me when I'm doing this type of fine detail art is I'm focused in on that. Um, but there's been some comments dropped um, in the video from yesterday on on some different sayings or quotes and on my community post. So if you go to my community post or if you go to this video or even tomorrow's video or yesterday's video, wow, yesterday's video, and you drop a comment on a quote or a snarky comment, whatever, please do that because I would like to see if I can't pick one of those comments and add it to this collage. And yeah, this will be very interesting to see how this turns out. So, with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and comment below. Definitely am looking for a quote, as I just stated. And with that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching Ratchet Up Your Art.